You know that moment when you finally do a task you've been avoiding for days, and it takes you 5 minutes? You sit there like, so, this is what I've been running from? And you promise yourself you'll never procrastinate again until the next time you do. Most people think procrastination is a sign of laziness or lack of discipline, but the truth is, it has very little to do with either. There's a deeper reason your brain keeps choosing not now. Today, we're breaking down the real reason you procrastinate and what you can do to stop the cycle. Chapter 1. Procrastination is not a time problem. Procrastination isn't about time. It's about how a task makes you feel. Your brain avoids anything that triggers discomfort, frustration, confusion, fear of failing, or even boredom. So, when you put off a task, your brain isn't being lazy. It's trying to protect you from negative emotions. That's why you might avoid tasks that are unclear, overwhelming, fear-inducing, or simply not fun. Your brain is wired to choose short-term comfort over long-term benefit, so it pulls you toward easy, familiar tasks and away from anything that feels mentally heavy. You're not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the feeling the task brings. Chapter 2. The brain's immediate relief system. Here's what actually happens when you procrastinate. You see a task. It triggers a tiny spark of stress. Your brain, trying to help, immediately pushes you towards something that feels better. Checking your phone, cleaning your desk, watching just one video. The relief is instant, and your brain learns, oh, avoiding that task makes us feel good right now. So it repeats the pattern. This creates a loop where short-term comfort wins every single time. Even though long-term you end up feeling worse. It's not a motivation problem. It's an emotional relief habit. Chapter 3. The real trigger. Task friction. Every task has a friction point. If the friction is too high, your brain taps out. Friction can come from not knowing where to start, not having the right tools ready, the task feeling too big, worrying you won't do it perfectly, or feeling low energy when facing it. Your brain avoids friction the same way you avoid walking into a strong gust of wind. Not because you're lazy, but because the resistance feels too heavy. Reduce the friction, and procrastination drops naturally. Chapter 4. The solution. If procrastination is emotional avoidance, then the solution is emotional safety. Here's how to create it. 1. Shrink the task. Don't write the full report. Write the first sentence. Don't clean the whole kitchen. Wash one plate. Make the start so small your brain feels zero threat. 2. Clarify the first step. Ambiguity creates anxiety. Knowing exactly where to begin removes half the resistance. 3. Lower the stakes. Tell yourself, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. Perfectionism is one of procrastination's biggest engines. 4. Create fast wins. Check a box. Mark progress. See movement. Your brain needs evidence that action feels good. When the task feels safe, your brain stops fighting you. Chapter 5. Action leads. Emotion, not the other way around. Most people wait to feel motivated before starting. But motivation rarely comes first. Action does. The surprising truth is this. Your brain often feels better after you start, not before. Once you take even the smallest step, your stress drops, momentum builds, and the task feels less intimidating. Your brain realizes, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought. Action shifts your emotional state. Not thinking, not planning. Action. That's why the hardest part is always the beginning. Procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's your brain trying to protect you from discomfort. When you understand the emotional roots, everything changes. Shrink the task, reduce the friction, create safe starts, build fast wins, and remember that motivation follows movement. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Sort of Productive, where we're all learning how to work with our brains, not against them, one step at a time.